Go then, a brand new year full of brand new movies, and I've just been to see my first film of 2025, an advanced UK screening of Saturday Night, so let's talk about it. Hey, welcome back to the video, a brand new movie review and the first movie review of the brand new year. Happy 2025, happy new year. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Here we go then, a brand new year, brand new movies, and like I say, I've just been to see my first film in the cinema of 2025. I went to go and see a UK advanced screening of Saturday Night. I believe it's already out in the States, but it's an advanced screening here for England because I believe it comes out in the UK on the 31st of January. Anyway, I went to go and see that last night, and before I start talking about it, just a friendly reminder, as always, as you know by now, that these are just my thoughts, so don't let this dictate whether or not you decide to go and see this film when it comes out, because you might go and see it and feel totally differently to me, and that's okay, because movies aren't made to cater for everyone. Without any further ado, let's start talking about it. And what a really intriguing idea. The 90 minutes in the build-up to the first ever episode of Saturday Night Live. I mean, that to me is just a really intriguing idea. And honestly, I genuinely can't tell you why or what intrigued me about this. I really can't, because there's just, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I was really excited to go and see this. And when I saw that I was able to see it early in the UK, I was like, yeah, this is going to be quite good. And I was really, really excited, actually. I was really excited for this to be the first film that I see of the year. And, you know, I just, like I say, the whole idea of it, the 90 minutes, you know, do you ever wonder what happens before a show goes live, especially a live show? Because, you know, pre-recorded ones, you can always cut and retake and reshoot and things like that. A live show is a 60-90 minute show live, and whatever happens, happens. And do you know what I mean? And when the film started, there was a quote and it said, "We don't go live on Saturday night because we're ready. We go live because it's 11:30 or something like that." And I thought, you know what, that's true. I've heard that before. I think I've heard Ant and Dec say that before. You know, we don't go live because we're ready to do the show. We go live because it's Saturday night and it's 7 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? So it was really, really, I was just so buzzing. And I hate to say it, but I just found the film really, really fake. It just, to me, didn't seem like this was genuinely what happened in the 90 minutes before Saturday Night Live. This may be genuinely what happened. But as an audience member, sat in the screen watching this film, I just thought, this just seems too staged, too unbelievably close for comfort to actually be the first 90 minutes. I accept that there's probably, you know, some nods that genuinely happened, but I just think they exaggerated it, and it just became very unbelievable. Like, I just didn't believe that in 90 minutes all of that happened. I just couldn't believe it. If you don't want to hear, I'm not going to call these spoilers because I'm not spoiling it, but if you don't want to hear, just mute the video for the next 10 seconds. But for set to go on fire, for him to be smashing windows, be squirted with a load of fake blood, all of that sort of stuff to happen in 90 minutes before we go live doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And I just didn't really buy it. I didn't buy it. And it just felt very flat. That's my word of the day. Flat. It felt very flat in terms of, where's this going? Like, yes, I get the fact that this is the build-up towards the show, but other than that, I'm not too sure what's going on here. It was a movie that I didn't really anticipate. I didn't really know what to expect, but it wasn't what I watched. Does that make sense? And, you know, that's kind of it. As cool of an idea as it is, there's not much you can do with the concept of having a film made about the 90 minutes for a TV show. There's not much you can do unless it's a made up, you know, unless it's like fictional. This was real life, and this is apparently, supposedly, genuinely what happened in the 90 minutes before the show. And like I say, I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. And other people may disagree with me, and again, that's completely fine. But to me, I would have rather seen something that is just genuinely what happens in the 90 minutes before a show goes live. You know, I just felt it was all too exaggerated, all too dramatised, just made it was almost like it was just the dial was turned up to make it more of a movie. And I just found it all really unbelievable. I just felt it was exaggerated. And, you know, like I've said it a few times now, I just didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. And other than that, there's not really much else I can say about this film. It's fun, but nothing really lands. The humour is there, but I just didn't find it very funny at all. I wasn't laughing. There were a few people in the screen laughing, but no, I just didn't really find anything worked. I don't think the casting was great. Yeah, it disappointed me. It really did. And the fact that there were probably about 20 of us in a 150 seats a cinema screen. I would say it's about 150 seats. Yeah, and there's about 20, 30 of us. Dare I say, it kind of represents what sort of film this was. So yeah, a bit disappointed by it, but there you go. There is my thoughts on Saturday night. I believe it's in cinemas across the UK on January 31st. I believe it's already in cinemas in the States right now. And before I sign off, as always, what do I rate it out of 10? And will it be joining my DVD collection? Well, I'm giving this film, very sadly, a 2 out of 10. And I have a feeling that is my lowest rated film in a movie review ever. Ever. And that's not the greatest way to start 2025. But I like to be truthful. I like to genuinely tell you what happens when I go and see these films. And yeah, I just didn't really think it worked. And I was a bit disappointed by it. So with that in mind, I'll be buying the DVD for it to join my DVD collection. As you can gather, no it won't. I'm not going to have this movie in my DVD collection. But there you go. There's my thoughts on Saturday night, like I say, in cinemas across the UK on January 31st. And in the description below is the movie plot, a link to the movie trailer, as well as a link to my movie review playlist, which features every single movie review that I've ever done, and a whole year full of brand new ones to come in 2025. Other than that, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you in another video, and hopefully another movie review very soon.